Thank you, everybody, for coming to the Aaron Torres Podcast YouTube page. If you could do me a quick favor, see that little subscribe button at the bottom of your screen? Go ahead, click that subscribe button. Really does help our channel grow, our audience grow, and I really do appreciate it more than you know. So click that subscribe button. Appreciate your support. Now, here's the video that you came here for.
Growing up, by the way, so you have a younger sister and older sister? Mm-hmm. What did you learn from being kind of the middle child, big brother, little brother, all that?
I mean, I learned a lot. I learned a lot from my older sister because we're farther in age, but I'll say growing up, like I would be with her more than my younger sister because my younger sister was younger. But now we're all close. Like we talk almost every day, if not every day. But I mean, I learned a lot being a big brother to my younger sister. I don't see her often. I don't see both of them often because I'm here. Mm-hmm. But they'll move out here to Utah probably after her season or her school year is done.
I was going to ask that. So you and your dad were out here, Utah prep your senior year. I don't know, when you were prolific, I don't know if you two were just the two of you or if the whole family was there, but how different was it? And really how excited are you to get the family all back together here?
Yeah, prolific. I lived with a host family, so all my immediate family was back in Brockton.
Mm-hmm. So how nice is it going to be to get everybody back here together?
No, it's going to be good. Just bring back memories, try to make some more.
I heard your younger sister might be the best athlete in the family. Is that at all true?
No.
I heard her volleyball is like.
I mean, she's nice.
Okay.
She's good.
That's just the rumors floating around on the internet. I mean, I don't know. So.
I've never seen that rumor.
Okay. I was on the dark web, so I don't even want to show you where I was. So, recruiting process. So, first of all, obviously you were so locked in on your high school seasons, this and that. Talked to your dad about. It felt like kind of a unique recruitment from the perspective of your dad kind of handled a lot of the beginning legwork, and then you kind of came in later when the list was kind of narrowed down, when you kind of figure out, okay, what playing style fits this and that. Just take us into before you committed to BYU, just the process of, okay, we're down, I think it was about 7 schools. You took a bunch of visits. Like when you decided, okay, we're all in on, 2025 class, we've reclassified, and we're going to start this college process. What were you kind of looking for with that?
Yeah. I mean, there was I think I finished high school with 33 offers, so 33 before I narrowed the list down. And there was, me and my dad, was saying there's no point in me talking to 33 schools if I'm only going to pick one. So I had to talk to him. If I wanted to get on the phone, it would be a group call, like he would merge me in. And I would talk to the coaches, and then when it was time to narrow the list down, he gave me some options that I think that should be in there, and I gave him my options that I think should be in there, and we came down to 7.
And what were you, as a family, but you specific, whatever, looking for in a school, not just with BYU, but just in general?
Yeah, like a family atmosphere on and off the court, from a campus standpoint. A great development coach that can improve my skill set, IQ, everything. Strength program got to be on point. There's a lot of things that went into it.
Do you think, so with Coach Young, I do my homework, I talk to people in the industry, everyone had a great deal of respect for him. But when BYU starts recruiting you, he's from the NBA, people don't know a lot about him, the team was struggling at the beginning of the year. Do you think that by the end of the year, people saw kind of what you saw in BYU? Because I'll just say it, it felt like when you committed to BYU, this is just my personal opinion, you can disagree if you want, there was this narrative, I thought it was completely unfair, that it was quote-unquote about NIL, all that. First of all, I would say, what would you say to somebody that said, hey, AJ only committed because of X, Y, Z, and not the basketball component of it?
I mean, they can say what they want. Clearly they don't know the recruitment process that, was going behind the scenes. But, I mean, when the season ended, we finished Sweet 16. I mean, people clearly understood, the reason why I committed here. And
that's what I was going to say. Do you think that – because, like I said, even for me, I'd be on my shows doing whatever. This Coach Young guy, he's an up-and-comer. Give him time. He's going to figure it out. And people would say, oh, whatever. And then – you beat Kansas in a game that I was at. You beat Arizona. Do you think by the end of the year people saw what you saw in BYU when you ultimately committed?
Yeah. I mean, they hopped on the bandwagon towards the end of the tournament. It was like, oh, yeah, BYU's the Cinderella story or whatever it was. But, I mean, now you think BYU's good, but I've seen it from the recruiting process.
Yes. And so when you did decide on BYU, first of all, how did you tell Coach Young? I mean, because you guys were you were on First Take, obviously, and then I think you guys can correct me. There was a press release at some point, but did he know before you were going on First Take?
Yeah.
How did that conversation go?
I just told him I'm coming.
Well, I mean, was it a FaceTime or was it on phone?
Yeah, it was a FaceTime.
How excited was he in the staff?
Nah, he was geeked. No, the staff didn't know.
Okay, so it was just him?
It was just him.
And
I was
so-
like, cause me, I was raised to like, I told all the coaches that I didn't go to, that my top 4, I told the 3 coaches that I found somebody else. So then I called KY and told him that I was coming. But then I said, I have to announce it, so don't tell anybody.
So he was the only one that found out?
Yeah, he's the only one I knew.
So was he just in a room by himself running around or like?
I think he was at home.
Oh,
When
okay,
When I called him, he was at home.
Okay,
Yeah.
very cool. How did the first take thing come together?
Oh, that's my dad. He set all that up.
One of my favorite things from that was Stephen A. after the fact, and I have great deal of respect for Stephen A., but he said something about, I wanted you to go to North Carolina so that you could play Duke, and you said, why can't I play Duke at BYU or something like that?
Yeah.
Was that just totally off the cuff or what?
Yeah. I mean, he said I should have went to North Carolina to play against Duke, but with the non-conference schedule, like, you can play anybody. So I don't have to necessarily go to a certain school to play that school since they're in the same league.
It's called the NCAA tournament. It's called the Final Four. You guys will obviously be there next year.